Alright, PC by Sweet Science Boxing Academy. We back with another video. Alright, man. So it's been a lot of talks about this potential rematch between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, and which weight they're going to fight at, either at 147 or 154. Is under my belief that the loser in the first fight get to pick the weight class, and since Terence was the winner, Earl he gets to pick the weight class, and the winner gets to decide if they're going to do it or not. Terrence said that he's willing to do it, and Earl said that he can't fight at 147 no more, that he needs to move up to 154, and that's something that everyone is saying that will be better suited for the junior middleweight division. So they're going to be fighting at 154, or at least he's going to be moving up to 154, Earl Spence, that is. But the question is, should he go into an immediate rematch with Terence Crawford, even if it is at 154? And a lot of people have been talking, and when you listen to a lot of the boxing experts, a lot of the OGs, the legends, people like Roy Jones, people like Sugar Ray Leonard, Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather, there's a lot of people saying that he shouldn't go into an immediate rematch with Terence Crawford, because that would just be detrimental, especially because he just lost in that devastating fashion. And if he go up and go right into a rematch and lose again, his career is pretty much over, of him being like the face of boxing. He can still have a career, but people are not going to be looking at him as top tier anymore. So what should he do? He should get a tune-up, of course. And if he's going to be moving up to 154, then he need to be looking at someone in that division who he can possibly fight, who can possibly prepare him for Terence Crawford. And one person that I see who would be a good fight for him, who can prepare him for Terence Crawford, and that's Erickson Lubin. I think Erickson Lubin would be the perfect opponent for Errol Spence to prepare him for the likes of a Terence Crawford at the 154 division. Now, some of y'all might say, well, how can that be? Because Erickson Lubin is 5'11 and Terence Crawford is only 5'8. Yes, that is a factor. Erickson Lubin is actually taller than Errol Spence. For Errol Spence is 5'10 and Terence Crawford is only 5'8. But styles make fights. And Erickson Lubin, he's a southpaw. Terence Crawford is a southpaw, although he can switch back and forth. But when he fight Errol Spence, he's going to be fighting him southpaw because he know that's his kryptonite. Erickson Lubin is real powerful too. Like, he's strong in both hands, just like Terence Crawford. Erickson Lubin like to use combinations in between shots, just like how Terence was doing Earl. So it would be a real good first match for him to help him prepare for Terence Crawford. Because just like my coach used to be, the person ain't necessarily got to emulate you completely. It just got to bring certain attributes. You just got to get familiar with certain things. So Erickson Lubin, he don't have to be 5'8". He can be 5'11". He can be 6'4". But as long as he's southpaw, as long as he bring in certain attributes that's similar to what Terence Crawford is going to do, then that's going to help Errol Spence a whole lot. And it's crazy because before Erickson Lubin lost his first loss anyway to Jamel Charlo, back then I used to want to see a fight between Errol Spence and Erickson Lubin, because that was back when Earl used to always say that he will move up to 160 fight Canelo. I used to be like, well, if you would do that, then how about you go to 154 and fight Erickson Lubin? Because I think that would be a good fight between them two. Even after his loss to Jamel Charlo, I still thought that was going to be a good fight between them two. So the fact that now Earl is moving up to 154, I think that would be a good fight for him. And it would be a good fight for him because it would help prepare him for 154 Terence Crawford. That Erickson Lubin now got 2 losses on his resume, and those losses came by devastating knockouts. I'm not sure if Erickson Lubin is the same fighter he was 4 or 5 years ago. But at the same time, same thing can apply to Errol Spence now. So they probably going to just balance each other out as far as their defects. So this is a fight that I would want to see because he can fight him and he can fight someone like Tony Harrison. He probably can fight Tony Harrison first and then fight Erickson Lubin. I wouldn't want him to go straight into the fire and fight someone like a Tim Zoo. Not after that devastating loss he just took, but Tony Harrison, Erickson Lubin, they'll be good fights for him to help him into the division. I would say Danny Garcia, but he already fought him at welterweight, and I don't think Danny Garcia would take that fight anyway. But I think Erickson Lubin will, and I think Tony Harrison will too. So I think that would be the best move for Earl Spence is to take a 2-2 before he even think about trying to get back in the ring with Terence Crawford. And I think Erickson Lubin is just the right person to do it. But that's all I got for now, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Drop your comments down below. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.